Good morning and welcome to the New York City Council vote of the Committee on Governmental Operations. At this time, can everybody please silence your cell phones? Thank you for your cooperation. Chair, we are ready to begin.
Good morning. I'm City Council Member Sandra Ong, Chair of the Committee on Governmental Operations. I'd like to welcome my colleagues who have joined us, Council Member Hanif and Shulman. At today's hearing, the committee will be voting on the bills sponsored by Majority Leader Keith Powers that will exempt credit card and bank fees from campaign expenditure limitations. The New York City Council has been at the forefront of a campaign finance reform since 1988, when we first established publicly financed campaigns in New York City. Under the current program, candidates who participate in the public finance program are eligible to receive $8 in public funds for every matchable dollar raised. In exchange, participating candidates must bid by certain expenditures limits and other requirements. These expenditure limits are intended to reduce disparities between campaigns' ability to get their message out to the voters. Over the last several years, the way that people give to campaigns has significantly changed. According to CFB, during the 2001 election campaign cycle, were the most popular method of donating to city campaigns, with over 90% of the contributions made by check and only a small number of contributions being made by credit card. By 2021, those numbers have changed drastically, with credit card contribution making up over 85% of the contribution, with only a small percentage of contributions being by check. While individual donors might find it easier donating using a credit card, this method comes at a significant cost to campaigns. Credit card companies can charge candidates anywhere from 1.5 to 3.5% of each transaction. Likewise, bank fees can be costly, but they do not contribute any way to a campaign's ability to get its message out to voters. Counting these fees toward the campaign spending limits goes against both the spirit and the purpose of the expenditure limit. It is time we fix that. The city campaign finance program has been amended dozens of times since it was enacted, and there's a long history of improvements to the law under the council's stewardship. The bill we'll be voting on today will serve to add to that history of improvements. Intro 348, sponsored by Councilmember Powers, will provide that bank fees and credit card processing fees paid by campaign for contributions received by campaign will not count against the expenditure limitations. And with that, I'd like to thank Josari, Ganap Pefi, and Erica Cohen from the central staff for their work in putting this hearing together. I now turn it over to legislative documents to take the vote.
Good morning, everyone. William Martin, Committee Clerk. Roll call vote, Committee on Governmental Operations. Chair Ung.
I vote aye.
Brewer. Hanif.
Aye.
Ressler. Shulman.
Aye.
With a vote of 3 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, item has been adopted by the committee. The roll will be held open at request of the chair.